This is one of my favorite OCs from last year, and here's a walkthrough of my painting process. I usually draw in Procreate and start out with a quick sketch of the pose. The sketch is done with the studio pen or technical pen. I find that the pen thickness affects my tendency to draw more or less detail, and starting with a thick pen helps me focus on the overall shape without getting bogged down by detail. Next is color blocking, and I use Multiply to experiment with the highlights and shadows. So after playing with the brightness and contrast, I shrank the color sketch to the corner and start tracing out my original line art in more detail. So for this, I like to switch to the technical pen, but use a smaller size. For the hair, this is a pretty time-consuming part of the drawing. I tend to do a lot of drawing and then erasing to get the right line weight, especially for the little details of the hair. Next, I create the base colors, so these are the layers where I'll be using clipping mask on top of them, and I do a little bit more color planning since I wasn't happy with the original colors. I find that having multiple layers of shadows really helps make the painting look more interesting, so I start out with some main shadows and then lighten that and then go over in a second layer of shadows. I skipped over some of the footage of doing this since it took a long time, but basically it's that for the hair and also for the shirt. And I go over with the color dodge layer and also add to enhance some of the highlights. And finally finish up the eyes and add some more stray hairs, changing the background. And after many hours, this was the final painting. I also tried to make a 3D sculpt of this drawing in Nomad. So here are 3 more versions experimenting with different colors. Thanks for watching!